is there room for competitors who don't take it seriously?
How would I know? No.
You're,
Okay. Yes, there is. My favorite player in the history of the Schmoedown is Josh McCouga. This is, again, the Schmoedown's a circus, and it's a big tent, and there's enough room for funny people who are just funny. There's people who are just super trivia killers who who aren't cutting the greatest promos. Let's be real. There's enough room for the freak show types, the oddities. There's enough room in the Schmoedown. The Schmoedown is a better place with Greg and John Humphrey in it, with Coy John Drew. I don't want them to go. The person I dislike the most in the Schmoedown, I like a lot in real life. Like, I would probably, if they walked into the same bar I was in, I would probably hug them. There is plenty of room in the Schmoedown for players who want to take. I don't like telling people what to do. I really don't. It's not my thing. People should take this as seriously or not as seriously as they want. I'm going to take it as that's not going to alter how I do this. I'm coming with maximum trivia in your face every time. That's just the way it's going to be, folks. I'm not changing. No one's getting to me. I'm going to take this as seriously as I see fit. And I expect the competitors, I would hope every other competitor in the league would take this just as seriously as they see fit.
Now, I want to add a dimension to it, though, because is it fair for the faction and the other players? Now there's money involved, right? If you want to get the greatest shot, your competition, this is a team sport and individual sport. It's a hybrid, right? So you can be egotistical, like saying, I'm here to have fun and everything's good, which we do need. But is there a place now? Now there's end stakes to it.
Right, yeah, there's more stakes. That's so. I mean, that's up to the managers. That's if they want to again, just because someone doesn't take it. Josh McCouga had a pile of wins. Great, it doesn't just because you're trying. Look, I'm someone who probably should have been a comedy character in the Schmoedown. That was probably the acorn of the idea of when Christian allowed me to come into the league. He was probably thinking, well, this will be funny, and I entertained that notion for a while, but I overthought it, and I thought, well, wouldn't it be funny if the dog that got the bacon guy, what if he was really good? Wouldn't that be a funnier, instead of getting the cheap laughs up front on a match once, maybe twice a year, wouldn't it be funnier if I just went crazy and just became obsessed and started winning a bunch of matches? To me, that's a better bit. That's one of the reasons why I'm here. So, there is money involved, and there is more at stake, but that's a manager question. I'm not a manager. Wow, am I not a manager? And I think it would be a shame if this league got so cold that managers were being that strict and they weren't letting entertaining players in. It's also a way you also have to develop. There's people who come in who are funny, who are entertaining. You have to develop them as players. John Roca is a highly entertaining player, but no one's calling him just he's funny at times. Craig Gate, the Barbarian's funny at times.
Here's the difference. Here's the difference, though. Here's the difference. The thing is, there's having fun, being entertaining, being goofball, but then saying on air, I don't take this seriously. It is what it's what he did afterwards that irked me, because I knew from the beginning he never took it seriously, but he was just fun to watch. But now he's like really making it his shtick and talking about it. That kind of feels a bit disrespectful for those who do take it seriously. So it's not the fact that he actually does it, it's the way he acts afterwards, I find. Kind of irks me about it. It's kind of disrespectful, but that's just me.
And I'm sorry, I'm going to project. I'm sorry, Saul. We're running short on time here. Christian talked for a long time about how this is a sport. So I got it. I'm going to talk about it like it's a sport. If we're and sport is about competition. I just don't. No, I'm sorry, man. Name me one other sport where someone doesn't practice and they make it to the big leagues. It doesn't happen.
Allen Iverson.
To me, it cheapens the sport.
Plaxico Burress. Do you know how many times Plaxico Burress practiced in 2007 when the New York Giants won the Super Bowl? Due to his contributions, Plaxico Burress never practiced. He had a bad knee, and he used that excuse. He never practiced.
Okay, so one person.
I just said a lot of NBA players have been known to blow up.
It's not in my mind. You're taking a spot from the highest level of movie trivia away from someone who obviously wants to do it a lot more based on how much work and practice they put into it.
Jay, this is a results business. If you want that spot, go and take it. There are thousands of people around the country right now watching the Schmoedown, who watched my match, who are in the Facebook group, who are on Patreon, who all they're thinking, whether they realize it or not, I would like to take Saul's job. I would like to knock him out of the league and be Saul. And I would like to take Adam Collins' job. I would like to take Marisol McKee's job. There's nothing but how many? Harloff got like a couple thousand audition tapes this winter. Though every single one of those people want my job. I play accordingly. I know what the stakes are. I know what I'm playing for. And if I don't succeed, I will lose. If you want to keep your spot, it's not just about trying hard. You got to win. You got to become a draw. You have to help the league grow. Protect the shield. You got to show up and perform. It's not about who wants it more. It's about who does it better. This is a results-oriented league, and Greg Alba has beat people.
Yeah,
so it's not like he's 0-10.
I'm between you guys. Like, there's the middle ground to it, right? Because you're right. Every player has like a role, a certain ticket attached to what they're supposed to or what they represent in Schmoedown. So you need those people who do bring a levity. Hell, Quirky Mercs is the poster for that kind of genre of player. But again, it's for me, like, if you know your role, don't break the third.
Okay, I know what you're saying. Yeah, don't break the third wall.
Exactly. Don't go over it and make it a shtick, because you kind of take off the magic of it, and it makes you, especially the way he lost. If it was a lot tighter, okay, but the way he lost as well, and then he ran with it. It doesn't taste well, but there's definitely a spot for those kind of players, and there's spots for your type of player, the Terminator, and just go and destroy everyone. As much as like there's a role like for Roca that's going to get replaced when he gets retired. You need those type of anchors. Just don't push it too far.
Yep. And
if you're trying to get me to say, Frenchie, I'll be blunt with you. I didn't like it either. But I don't have to agree with the way everyone plays this game.
Yeah.
Everyone can show up, and again, it's almost like Schmoedown can be like a canvas. You bring to it who you are. Put yourself into the Schmoedown, and we'll see it. I'm the type of, that is Fast and the Furious going on at Jay's house? What is that?
No, that's me.
Oh, it's
I'm
you?
sorry.
I bet you Canadian Fast and the Furious is so much more polite. I bet you they're all like excusing themselves when they cut someone off, and
Saul, you've got the final word here. Nancy has a heart out.
So listen, I didn't love it either, but Greg's a good guy. Not everyone's got to make me feel special and precious. I was kidding around before. Like, I can disagree with how someone does something or what someone says and still respect and like them. In fact, I prefer being around people with different opinions about deals. There's a spot for Greg. I didn't love the way he conducted himself either. I didn't love it, but guess what? It's not about me. It was about both of us. It was about the match. It's about the league. Protect the shield. And thank you for having me.
You want to hear something funny? The mic wasn't on that whole time.
No way.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, wow.
So smooth.